Another Sunday evening live. Should do that when I'm on camera, shouldn't I? Hello and welcome to another Sunday evening live. So I got something planned here. Of course, it's a little chill in the air, but it's not as bad as last week. But I do got the pellet heater going here. And I got some hot charcoal going here in the Kamado. And I got some new beer to try. So today I did a corned beef brisket here on the Kamado, and I posted that video. But I got some leftovers, and I have yet to make a nice corned beef sandwich with some rye bread. So before we do that, because we got St. Patrick's Day coming up, everybody likes corned beef on St. Patrick's Day. I got some good Irish beer here. This is from O'Hara's Beer Brewery, crafted and brewed in Ireland. Just kind of cool. Let's open this up, see what we got. I should put this on so I can see the chat in case anybody's out there. Okay, so first one, Irish Red, traditional red. Pretty cool looking bottle. Second one, Lean Full Lane Extra Irish Stout. Should say that comes in at 6%. And the red, 4.3%. Sometimes that's an indicator of how much flavor's in the beer. And O'Hara's Irish Stout, award-winning, 4.3%. Now, how to decide what to choose here? Well, I think the fact that this particular beer, they might all be, I don't know. I was going to say this one says award-winning on it, but it looks like, oh no, I thought there was a emblem at the top. They all have that. Let's open this one. Award-winning stout from O'Hara's Brewery in Ireland. Now, I just need to pop this tap off. Take the cap off. Pour that in there. Nice dark Irish stout. Genuine Irish stout. Very cool. Cheers, everyone. Oh, wow. Very, I want to say it almost like a chocolate note, but it's not. It's not a sweet chocolate. More of a coffee chocolate. Real smooth on the palate. Actually quite easy drinking for the color. The color's probably a little deceiving. Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice, smooth beer. Good stuff. Let me back this up a little bit. Now, onto our snack over here. Like I say, I got the Kamado grill going. See the beautiful coal bed down there. Now, I did cook some corned beef earlier. I wrapped some up in some foil for a sandwich for this life. I'm going to set that just toward the back of the grill. I got some nice rye bread. I'm going to toast a couple pieces here on the grill. Oh yeah. Put that right over the coals. That's what I'm talking about. I think I better watch my my bread here now. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm just gonna warm that meat. Yeah, so it's a pretty nice night. It's about 11 or 12 degrees Celsius, but it's a bit of a breeze in the air. It's a little chilly, but it's not bad. Much warmer than last week. So, everything retired life. Hello from the Philippines. I'm from Pennsylvania on vacation down here for a month of March. Hello there. Nice to see you here. Always great to have people, but all the way from the Philippines. Wow, that is pretty cool. Show you the nice toast I got on that bread. It's coming along. Beautiful. Got some butter. I'm going to butter that toast. Here it is, 8:07 Monday morning. Here I already have 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that is nice. We are not going to see that for a little while here. And it's Monday morning. That's so cool, you know. Just love that kind of stuff, hearing from people from all different countries. Okay, I'd say I got a pretty good toast on these breads here. Let's put a generous amount of butter on there. You know, when the bread's hard enough, it makes the butter easier to spread. Just saying. And I need a nice generous amount to say, you know. All right. All right, here's the meat. Just took it off the grill. Just warm, that's it. That's all we need. Now, like I said, I smoked this corned beef brisket earlier today. Didn't know how many slices I was going to need for this sandwich, but you know, once you get in the throw of things here, you just keep throwing slices on. That's, you know, you're going to leave one little slice here. No, you're going to put it all on. There we have it. Nice generous amount there. And throw this in the garbage. Now all we need to do to top this is a nice fancy mustard. Here we have it. Fancy Dijon mustard. I love mustard. Here we have it. Now that's a corned beef sandwich. Just missing one thing. You gotta have a pickle. I got some pickle spears here from Lakeside Pickles. All right, here we have it. Got the heater going here. Actually got the grill going over there. I can feel some warmth from that. Got our corned beef sandwich and our Irish beer. Very nice. Don't spoil that video. I haven't watched the one yet. That's next up. Haha. Are you cooking the corned beef? Looks good. Yes, I actually did. I bought the corned beef brined brisket from my local butcher. They do the brining and everything. I just brought it home and smoked it here on the grill. Little bit of a learning curve for me the last couple of years doing a corned beef. Because the brine on the briskets, like the brisket already kind of shrunk up, and it's a little bit tougher. So the cook is slightly different than if you were doing a brisket that wasn't brined, if that makes any sense. But in the end, just come out beautiful. Nice, tender, cut really nice. Just bite right through. That's delicious. I'm not familiar with all the spices that go in to brining corned beef, but you get that saltiness, and there's like, you know, all kinds of herbs or whatever in there. But I just know it as corned beef flavor. It is just fantastic. I'm telling you, I just, not to pat myself on the back, but I just nailed that cook. They're just delicious. Dick Grumming, Phoenix, Arizona, USA here. My Irish mother used to make 2 sauces for corned beef each, which my wife does each year as well. Well, that's pretty cool. Part yellow mustard and brown sugar, and number 2 yellow mustard and sour cream. Delicious. Yeah, you know what? I can taste almost like a mustard seed kind of flavor to it. Maybe that's why the mustard pairs so well when you make a sandwich. And I tell you that salty brine, like it, it's so good. I know I'm getting a head start on the whole St. Patrick's Day, with the Irish beer and the corned beef sandwich, but sometimes you need a little practice. So here it is. That's really good. I'm just going to close down the grill here. I can hear it just cooking away. Shut my vent. Save some of those coals for another cook. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that I found these Irish beers at my local LCBO and brewed in Ireland. It's kind of cool. So the other thing you need a good pickle. You know, there we have it. Uh-oh, I got incoming here. I've been told that this might be more appropriate. now it's all complete here. Thank you. Tell you, it's a darn good sandwich. Beautiful evening. Can't ask for better than this right now. I really like the engagement there and in the chats. Always nice to hear. So Phoenix, Arizona, and all the way in the Philippines. So cool how the world just becomes such a smaller place. Yeah, I love hearing from people from all around, even my city. Which I'm in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, in case you didn't know that. Mm. That pickle just cuts through that. Wow, that's good. Good stuff. I'll wash this down. Some of this delicious Irish beer. It just occurred to me one thing I was going to do tonight is get the old beer can launcher out and get her, I got her all souped up, ready, oiled, ready to go. And here I am drinking from a bottle. It's not going to work. but drink it from a bottle. Just something different. Love it. I didn't look out. It's a little warmer tonight. But I'm curious to see if we got any stars out. Oh, a beautiful clear night. Okay. I'm going to bring you out, see if you see this. Point you at the sky. Yeah, there's lots of stars out there. Very cool. Bring it back down. Of course, I got our sitting gazebo here, and the solar lights are on. And over here, I got where all the barbecues are, where I'm sitting here tonight. Get the wood fire pellet grill going. The Pellet Pro patio heater is what it's called. Cool little heater. When I started setting up tonight, I noticed there was quite a breeze going on. So I decided to do the patio heater rather than the live fire. But I do have the live fire ready to go, and just couldn't do it tonight. Here, the beer of choice in the Philippines, people, is mainly a beer called Red Horse. Oh, that's pretty cool. My brother Dan married a woman from the Philippines, and him and I do another channel, the cigar, all weather cigar heads. Probably, but anyway, he visited the Philippines last year or maybe the year before, and he's always coming out with different stories from the Philippines. Yeah. But I don't think I ever asked him what beer he drank there. He did bring some cigars back from the Philippines, which was interesting. Yeah, we smoked one of those together. It was a decent cigar. They got a good cigar industry in the Philippines, from what I understand. That's why I'm here. My wife is Filipino, and we come here every couple of years to visit. That's pretty cool. I imagine there's probably family there, and to me, that's a real authentic way to visit a country. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I tell you, I don't know why they. Well, I guess you could do it on your own, but I don't know why they only sell corned beef around this time of year. It is so delicious. It makes such a good sandwich. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but this is just bite through. Nothing's pulling. Everything's chewing so nice. I'm telling you, it's just beautiful cook. Mm. Excuse me while I'm chewing here, but excuse me. So that was a few hours ago. Excuse me. That was a few hours ago. We had the corned beef on the Kamado. But I was able to get those coals back going again. That's where those hot coals came from. Just speaks to how efficient a Kamado grill is when it comes to charcoal. I mean, I think the longest burn I've ever had, I did a brisket overnight. I think I had those coals going for about 18 hours. Yeah, just phenomenal how efficient the Kamado style grill burns. I mean, for your low and slow cooks, it's really, yeah, the most efficient way to cook something. I mean, pellet grill's pretty good too, but it's going to be dependent how cold it is outside because a winter day, you're going to burn more pellets than a summer day, things like that. Where the Kamado is so well insulated, I don't think it cares what the temperature is outside. You can cook in a hurricane in that thing. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, last year I did the corned beef brisket on the Napoleon Pro, I believe. And I had charcoal on the one side and I had the brisket on the other, if I remember right. But I also did that foil where I left the top open and you get that almost looks like blistering on the top, but everything's rendering out. It's got nowhere to go but up. And that's how you know, like, it's just really starting to get tender. And yeah, that was a really good brisket too. Mm. Yeah, so I found this interesting. This Irish stout, hard to read out here. Well, the front said brewed in Ireland. So O'Hara's. I knew Guinness was from Ireland, but hey, here's another one for the books. Well, I know this wasn't much of a cook tonight. I mean, pretty much all I did was toast my bread and warm the meat. I really like to do like maybe a burger or something. I could do another setup like this, of course, but yeah, I'm thinking maybe a burger. Who doesn't like a nice big burger, especially when you're going to pair it with a beer? No promises, but maybe the next live stream I'll do a burger. Then it comes to question, what grill do I cook it on? Ideally, I want to get an open fire going. But if the not too windy or things like that, get an open fire and cook on that. That's always really nice. I am looking forward to maybe some daylight during these things as well. Then I could probably show you a lot more around the yard, the setup, and if I do a cook, again, it's just easier to show you what's going on. Well, for what it's worth, I watched your earlier cook on the corned beef, and it looked like you nailed it. The sandwich looks great. Thank you, Dick. Yeah, I'm don't want to pat myself on the back. It's kind of a learning curve for me over the years of doing the brisket, learning from your mistakes and trying to make it better for the next year. And I'm telling you, this year it was just so tender and soft. I don't know if you saw at the end of the video, just I was trying to show on camera just how easily that slice will bend and pull apart. And just phenomenal. Part of it could have been the cut of meat as well. You could really see the muscle fibers, and I cut against that, so it made the tenderness or the bite much more tender. But again, makes an excellent sandwich because I've had it before where you bite into it and the whole slice wants to slide out. Not at all on this one. Very good. Well, it's time for me to go get this day started here. Take care there and enjoy watching your videos lots. Can't wait to see the next cook and what you have planned. Have a great night there. Thank you. Thank you for joining all the way from the Philippines. And yes, enjoy your day. It's Monday there. Thank you for joining. It's really nice to hear from people like yourself and hear from you tonight. You cooked the flat, which is normally very dry, and yours was not. Take a bow. You're right. The flat is when I do a brisket, the flat's always the drier side. You're right. And here it is with my Irish hat on. Very funny. The last few cooks I did on my Kamado grill, I have this temperature controller where I plug the hole in the bottom vent, set the temperature, and go. And something tells it, I've been using that a lot on the Kamado. But something in my head goes, this was designed to not have a fan blowing air in there and setting the temperature. But just go with it. So during that video, like I'm just showing you what the dome temperature is. I don't have a gauge in there reading the ambient temperature where the meat is. Just trying to go by what the barbecue is speaking to me and tell me, how it's behaving, and just trying to adapt from there. But no, it's been a good girl. And yeah, getting the fire conditioned. I know in the beginning of the cook to get before I even put my meat on. It's an important step when you do, you know, especially on a Kamado because it's so well sealed. You get bad smoke in there, you're really going to taste it in your meat. So yeah, really condition your fire before you put your meat on. I'm sure a lot of you already know that. Well, I really enjoyed or am enjoying this sandwich and this beer. Might have to save these other two beers for another evening. Of course, this could be just a practice run. St. Patrick's Day is still a few days away. Maybe we'll come on and do a live and it's some spontaneous live during the week or something. But thank you, everyone, for joining. I think we're going to start wrapping it up here. This was quite an enjoyable beer. I was looking forward to sharing a corned beef sandwich here on the live because I didn't do it during the corned beef cook. Anyway, we'll wrap this up. Thanks again, everyone, for joining, and we'll see you on the next one.